Hey there. It is Friday, December 4th. Got to get a tree today. And country blues has sort of been on my mind because of something that happened with one of our campers. Sent me a message asking about I'm ready to start some country blues tunes, and I thought, oh, I got a whole bunch up there. We got the whole country blues course. And then I realized I've probably mentioned recently I'm working on trying to recategorize some of the things to make them a little easier to find on the site. And so I just searched for country blues and realized, and then a whole bunch of things come up. Some fly on the wall things. I might end up resurrecting Fly on the Wall pretty soon. I just realized I have a stash of about 6 or 8 of those that have never seen the light of day, but they're all like a year or more old. Anyway, different topic. Pretend I didn't say anything about that. But what I told Paulette, who was the one looking for this, was that the best way to find it is if you're a member, silver or up, you have access to all of our packs and stuff, and that's a good quick way to find like all of the songs or a lot of songs in one category. So instead of searching for lessons on country blues, I went into packs and went down to the country blues pack, and then the whole set of like 6 lessons and many of which are like 5 or 6 parts. So there's like 30 little segments on that, and it all came up, made it much easier to find than just typing it in the lessons. So for people that are members, remember you have access to all of the packs too, and that would include even like the theory packs. So like the chord, what's the one I'm thinking of? The one that creating chord solos. That would be the easy way to find that. Of course, if you just type in chord solos, you'll find it too. But anyway, so that was one thing that popped up today, and so I'm trying to get as much stuff organized to be to make searching at the site easy and intuitive. Everybody see this one? Uh-oh, I don't know the chord progression. Anyway, I wanted to congratulate Lisa on putting together a really cool video and sharing it with us. This was part of, I think she mentioned this in the forum post, that it had something to do with a work project, a talent show, or something, maybe a competition, and maybe Lisa will win. We'll keep you posted on that. That's what Larry thought when he saw that video. So it was fun to have her over here and shoot a little video. Let's see, what else going on? Oh, I want to review next week. I'm going to review last week in just a second. It didn't go like that. This week we had some. It was like Christmas bonanza. 3 new Christmas arrangements put together. One by Doug, one by Bob, and one by me. And then, of course, we had a tune from Vanessa. But the Christmas songs, Vanessa's tune. This was really interesting because I'd never heard of Daniel Bedingfield, and maybe you hadn't either till you watched this or heard it. But pretty catchy. Well, interesting song, and she did a great job of it, like she always does. If You're Not the One, that's what we had there from Daniel Bedingfield. But then I talked to Doug earlier last week or a week or two ago, and he said, I did a little performance of this "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" in DADGAD. He says I could knock off a lesson in that in no time at all. And so that was pretty cool just to see what was going on there. Now, and I've teased you with this before, that the way I play it is just in the key of C, and hadn't thought about doing a DADGAD thing, but his version is really cool. I hope you have a chance to take a look at it. Dermot, interesting comment on Jingle Bell Rock, because it made me think, at this point when I'm thinking about doing new Christmas tunes, I have to I got to be careful. We have a lot. I actually just kind of went through the whole list a couple days ago, and made sure everyone was better identified as either being a like holiday sing-along or a solo fingerstyle arrangement, because we got a lot of different stuff here, and many of our songs we have both, where there's like the sing-along version of Frosty and and then of course there's the campfire sing-along version. So those are all a little bit better identified there now. And when I was talking to Sandy a couple of weeks ago about Jingle Bell Rock, I thought, I must have a lesson. I must have done a lesson on that. I've been playing that thing for 40 years. And yep, just about. And sure enough, then I realized I'd never written it out, but thought, that'd make a fun lesson. So does bring me to, every once in a while I'm thinking about a song that I'm thinking about lessons, and I think, do we have that already? I gotta check, because especially now that we've got lessons up by other people, Max and Vanessa and Bob and Doug and stuff. So we gotta not. I think it's only happened once. I'm sure some of you old timers remember that we've got a double lesson on a song because I forgot to check and see if I'd ever done it. Anyway, I'll leave that one up in the air. I know Dermot, you'll know which one I'm talking about. But the really cool thing was this. There it is. I hope you guys have taken a look at Bob's lesson on Christmas Time Is Here. It is beautiful and just a nice, really straightforward arrangement, really unusual chords. We've got major ninths. We've got sharp nine sharp 11 chords. Anyway, and some interesting chord shapes. The third one I played here, which is a B minor 7 flat 5, is played with like 3 notes, an A and an F and a D, but with B in the bass, which would be at the 7th fret. And so what we have there is the B, the D, the F, and an A, which is the root, 3rd, 5th, and 7th of a minor 7 flat 5 chord. But we also have a chord very similar to it where just the bass note is different. If the bass drops down just a half step, which happens later on in the song, we're left with a major 7 chord. So, the difference between a major 7 chord and a minor 7 flat 5 is that all 3 notes are 1 half step lower, or the bass note is 1 step higher, depending on if you're changing from major 7 to the other one. I don't want to get caught up too much right now. I'll talk myself and you probably into circles. But yeah, some of these chord shapes are ones you may not be too familiar with. minor 7 there. And here's a chord. Here's the same shape, but it's the middle 3 strings, or the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings, with the bass note at the same fret as your 4th finger, which is the equivalent of like a bar chord out of the E family. Here I'm on B flat, but playing C in the bass. So that's what we have in Vince Guaraldi's tune, is a lot of chords with the wrong bass notes. Are they wrong? I don't think so. Then we get into the second part. Those are just wrenching chords. Major 7 here, to the 9 sharp 11 again. So the difficult thing about Bob's arrangement there, if you're going to tackle it, is it's a lot of bar chords. It's pretty much all bar chords. Well, you get enough breaks. I mean, so we end up with a couple here in the beginning, right? But now an easy one, just an unusual chord shape. So I guess that's not as many bars as I thought. Short one here. Anyhow. So that was, really want to thank him for putting that together, and hopefully we'll have another tune or two from him throughout December. I'm not going to tell you what he's working on, but he's got a couple of cool things coming up. Let's see, anything else I want to talk about in the old songs? No, that is it. I got a couple of comments about some things that I've noticed on the forum recently, and so that'll be coming up in just a second. Hey, I saw some interesting things on the forum recently. Of course, a couple weeks ago, especially I want to talk about Recommend a Lesson, because there have been some great suggestions there. And I did promise a couple weeks ago that I'd get to... and I will. I hope before December's over. That's Genesis by Jorma Kaukonen. But the request for the thing from Riverdance looked really interesting. So, but what I do want to, and I'll check that out a little bit more. I just watched a little bit of the beginning of it, and the guitar is beautiful, that little part that's playing in there. But really would help if, when you put up something in the Recommend a Lesson thing, to put in the video. I mean, I went down and tracked that video down. It wasn't too difficult. But that will make it easier for other people to get a quick view of what it is you're looking for. So anyway, we'll definitely keep that one under consideration. And the other thing, what else happened on the forum? Always nice to see Jimmy and his family playing Grateful Dead tunes, making sure that those young ones get a good education. So that was pretty fun. Nice to see Stella Blue. And let's see, do I have something else? Oh, yes. And so the last thing related to Recommend a Lesson is, I kind of alluded to this, not alluded, but, mentioned that we have a lot of Christmas tunes up here, but there are a lot that aren't. And so if anybody has specific requests that they'd like to see of other Christmas arrangements, let's get those happening now, because got to have like a good little lead time on that. Of course, that's the one that's been here forever. So anyway, that was just a couple things I want to talk about in the forum. Coming up, though, a sneak preview of next week. And what I'm going to have to do for this is break out a different guitar. We haven't put up a slide lesson in a long time. So, just around the corner. I know, you old timers, I'm sure remember that. Leo Kottke's first big album, really the third record he made, but this one, fabulous album that was recorded in just a few hours, 3 hours, one sitting. Ran through all these songs on 6 and 12 string guitar. I should have brought the LP out, but you know what? I'll probably break it out for the lesson that is under construction on that. That is from his first album, 6 and 12 string guitar. His first. I just went through that. Don't do it again. Okay. His official first. Never mind. 6 and 12 string guitar, black and white picture, armadillo on the cover. If you don't have it, you gotta have it. Get it. That's called The Sailor's Grave on the Prairie, and it kind of came back into my back under the radar, or on the radar. That's probably better. When one of my students was asking about it a while ago, and I thought, man, I haven't done any slide tunes in Open G since like 10 years, maybe. I think the only one. Yeah, I think I have a fairly basic lesson on Amazing Grace done with a slide, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, so that's what I'm working on for next week, and then we have Vanessa is working on another Corrs tune called "Forgiven Not Forgotten." So that's coming up, and then we have another Max has got something cooking, Guns N' Roses. And while I'm in Open G, who knows? Maybe we already got a lesson on this. That's why this came up, because why the Sailor's Grave came up, was asking about other tunes in Open G, because we started messing around with that little part of Water Song, and took it about here, I think. Anyway, another cool tune in Open G. And then there's, of course, all the slack key tunes. So if you're looking for Open G tunes, look under, I guess with me as the artist, and look, there's a whole bunch of slack key tunes. Or anyway, okay, that's enough rambling about Open G stuff. I think what else? Oh yeah, and we may have one other. I might try to squeeze in one more Christmas tune for next week, especially if a request gets in over the weekend of something I can knock off quickly. Otherwise, I will be back on the 11th. We have a big day going on here on the 10th. My daughter Rebecca is graduating from chiropractic school after many years, a little over 3 years of that, after 5 or 6 years of other school before that. Anyway, so pretty soon we'll have a Dr. Hogan in the family, and we're all excited about that. So, okay, I will be back next Friday, which would be the 11th, I think, and we'll see what's developed.